Yeah, look, it's fair to say, not by design, but you kind of test all these things through, tough periods, and we've certainly been through one, and still in many respects going through it now. But yeah, I've been really pleased with the players' application commitment to sort of what we're trying to do, and like I said, guys have got an opportunity to, which maybe they wouldn't have got otherwise, and you know, performance level in the last four games has been pretty good. Probably Wolves aside in terms of the kind of football we want to play. Obviously, the results haven't, so it's still an area we need to kind of improve. But like I said, with everything we've gone through, we've certainly, like you said, you discover things, and from my perspective, the main thing is that I've been pleased with, like I said, the application and the determination for the players to kind of keep going. Firstly, yeah, great to have him back because, I mean, he's the only, bizarrely, he's the only recognised centre back we have fit at the moment because obviously Mickey van der Veen and Eric Dyer and Ashley Phillips, first team are all sort of out. So just to have him as a sort of recognised centre back in the team is good, but he's also a fantastic player. He's a leader in the group. Obviously, when we lost Matters and him after the Chelsea game, a lot of that sort of fell on Sonny's shoulders. So from a leadership perspective, good to get him back. And no, look, I haven't had to have a sort of a word to him about it. He's, it's part of who he is as a player. He brings a physicality to it. He knows when he oversteps the mark that we all, not apart from him, the whole group pays a price, and it's up to him to sort of maintain the discipline that I know he can show. But more importantly, like I said, he's such a really strong presence on the field and during the week. So really happy to have him back. No, no. I mean, you look. They're human beings. They feel. We weren't happy with the three losses, and that it does affect players. Not, I guess, their confidence, but just their general demeanour. Because with every loss, you kind of get a little bit more sort of focused on the results. We're not overjoyed at getting a draw, so it's not about that. It's more about, I guess, the manner in which we went about it. That's given them a little bit, more belief in what we're trying to do. Because in the second half, I thought we showed some real resilience in terms of sticking to the kind of team we want to be to try and get something from a game. It's always going to be difficult anyway. So I think the sort of the upturn in any sort of feelings they have is coming more from that than the result. But we just try and stay consistent in our approach. That the end game for us is to play the game a certain way, and we've just got to keep focusing on hitting those levels. Yeah, look, I think Richie. To be fair to him, he was struggling with it from the start of the season. But from our point of view and the medical team's point of view, it was one that we thought we could sort of persist with, till we got a good chance to sort of get some work on it. But it kind of, by the end of it, he was really struggling even at training. So even though it wasn't great timing for us because it came at a time when we lost a lot of other players, we just felt we needed to that he needed intervention from a medical perspective, and he's worked hard with the medical team, the sports science staff, to be available. And talking to him and watching him, he feels a lot better in terms of that aspect of it. But like I said, he's missed a fair bit of training in that 3-4 weeks, so we just got to do some work with him over the next couple of weeks to get him back up to speed. Because again, we've got a fair few games, and we've been a little bit limited with how we can change things up during a game in the front third. So having him available, either to start or to come onto a game is going to be invaluable. No, I think it's equally. I mean, I just think with all these challenges, there's the biggest sort of obstacle is, ourselves in terms of we need to hit certain levels, irrespective of what the opposition may bring to it, because the kind of game style we have, we're very reliant on how we roll out the kind of football we want to play, because it's not so much about stopping an opposition. It's whether we can impose ourselves on oppositions, and all of them have got threats, both with and without the ball, that we've got to be wary of. So the challenge is the same. The challenge is about us, making sure that we hit the levels we need to then be able to play the game we want to. So it's a Premier League. Every game, you see it at the moment. There aren't many that are kind of easy games for any team. Home or away, they're all pretty tight, and I've got no doubt tomorrow night will be a real good challenge for us. I think a combination of all those things. I think what you look for, or I look for in a goalkeeper, is above anything else is temperament, because that's what you're going to need to play sort of the football we want. That you're not going to be sort of, too on edge with respect to game state or what's happening at that moment. You have to stay really clear-headed, and I saw that from the very first time we scouted him, just how sort of clear-headed he is as a personality. And you saw it last week where we, especially in the first half, we gave the ball away a lot in that sort of back third, but he persisted, and to be honest, he was a big part of sort of why we got to grips with the second half, because he persisted and he made some really good decisions for us to play out. Rob's done a lot of work with him for sure, and that's helped him, but the bulk of it is down to him, that he's got the temperament and, like I said, the willingness to play this way and sort of not shy away from it, just because, at times it can be challenging, and, he's a big part of sort of the way we set up, particularly, with the ball.
James Maddison was speaking in an interview that came out yesterday, and he described his injury as a slow burner. Is January, do you think, a realistic target still, or might it be longer?
Yeah, I'm not sure about James's medical qualifications and whether we should go with his diagnosis on these kind of things. So I'll leave it to the medical team. As far as I know, it's going along okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.